Thousands of people show up to Zion National Park every day thinking they can just hike Angel's Landing. If you've ever asked yourself, how dangerous is Angel's Landing? Do I really need a permit? What do I do if I don't get one? I'm sharing exactly what to expect, how to plan it right, and why Angel's Landing is the crown jewel of the Are You Serious Right Now hikes. By the way, I'm Katie Staples, your guide to surviving and thriving in national parks. I hike, camp, and get lost so that you can actually enjoy them. So, what is Angel's Landing? It's a 5 mile, one of a kind hike with gorgeous canyon views. Sounds chill, right? Wrong. About halfway up, you hit a bunch of short and steep switchbacks that will leave your legs burning and your lungs gasping. The real kicker, the last half mile is the chain section. Narrow ridges with 1,000-foot drop-offs on either side. It's not for the faint of heart. I first hiked it in July 2023. Even in decent shape, I paused a few times to catch my breath. But the reward, standing at the top with 360-degree views of Zion Canyon, that feeling is absolutely worth it. You can see the river winding through the canyon, all the sandstone cliffs, and the people way below look like ants. Now, if you've done any research on hiking this, I'm sure you've heard the word permit. Yes, you must have a permit to do the final section of the hike to the tippy top of Angel's Landing. No permit, no Angel's Landing. And fines can reach up to $5,000 or even jail. Now, there's two kinds of lottery to gain access. First, there's the seasonal lottery that you enter months ahead for the best odds. That's great if you know months in advance when you're going and how many people you're going with. Planning pays off, people. Then there's the day before lottery. This one's for the procrastinators, the spontaneous adventurers, and the ones that thrive on chaos. I did the day before lottery twice. The first day, I didn't get it, so I opted to hike the Narrows instead. Then I resubmitted the next day and boom, permit in hand. Applications are through recreation.gov. When applying, you also choose a start time, before 9 a.m., 9 a.m. to noon, or afternoon. This ensures hikers are spaced out for safety on the chains. I prefer before noon for fewer crowds and cooler temps. The fee is $6 to apply and then $3 more if you get picked and do the hike. Pro tip, screenshot or print your permit because the top of Angel's Landing has almost zero cell service. Now, people always ask, is it dangerous? Well, since 2013, people have died on this trail. The chain section is very real. It's a few feet wide with 1,000-foot drop-offs on both sides. Crowds make it riskier, which is why the permit system is essential. And weather matters. Wind, sun exposure, rain, or snow all make this trail more treacherous. Gloves help with gripping the chains, sturdy shoes are a must, and don't underestimate your own fear of heights. Now here's how I did it. I hopped on the Zion shuttle and rode up to stop number 6, the Grotto. Here you start the West Rim Trail. Start early. I got on the shuttle just after sunrise. There's fewer people, cooler temps, and a better vibe. Bring water, snacks, and sun protection. The first part of the West Rim Trail starts in the sun with long switchbacks, aka you need to start before it gets really hot. It was already warm when I hit it around like 8:30 in the morning. There's zero shade. Then it comes to a short, flat, shady rock crevice section. I had to keep quiet because the Mexican spotted owls were nesting that time of year. It was a nice little break from the sun before the infamous Walters Wiggles. This is when you get to 21 short, steep switchbacks that climb 250 feet in a very short distance. I had heard of them, and I thought that the first longer switchbacks in the sun were those. I was wrong. I definitely stopped to catch my breath a few times going up the real Walters Wiggles. Then you get to Scouts Lookout at 5,330 feet elevation. It's over 1,000 feet above the canyon floor. There were a lot of people sitting here resting or grabbing a snack. Now, once you get here, you have 3 options. You can turn back around and head back down. You can keep going along the West Rim Trail for another 13 or so miles. Or you can keep going another half mile to Angel's Landing. The trail has steep drop-offs and poor footing, yet the views along the way and at the end are totally worth it. The chain section starts almost straight up, then rolls over a series of hills and wooded parts. The narrowest section, just a few feet wide, with drop-offs that make your stomach do flips. When I went, it was windy enough that the heavy chains were swinging. Now, climbing up, just when you think you're at the top, you see another taller point ahead. But when you finally reach that flat top, people are laying in the sun, enjoying lunch, and soaking in a beautiful 360-degree view. Totally worth every gasp, grunt, and shaky chain grab. The descent is trickier in spots. It seemed easier going up than it was coming down. And by the way, the rangers check permits on the way down, so make sure your screenshot or your printed version is ready. So the best months to hike, I think it's September or October. There's lower crowds, perfect weather. June through August when I went is hot, hot, hot. And from November to March, there may be snow on the higher elevation trails. So who should not do this hike? Well, if you get vertigo, panic easily, or have small kids, skip this final section. You can still hike to Scouts Lookout, which offers incredible views without the chains. If you're unsure of whether or not you want to commit, my recommendation is get a permit for Angel's Landing, then get to Scouts Lookout, see how you feel, and decide if the final section is worth it to you. Plus, you can always turn back around at any point. No shame, it's better safe than dangling from a cliff. So let's talk backup plan. Didn't get a permit? Don't stress. There's other epic options inside the park. Do what I did the first time I didn't hit the day before lottery and go hike the Narrows. It's wet, adventure-filled, and unforgettable. Or hike 7 miles to Observation Point. It's challenging and sees fewer crowds. There's also a few other West Rim trails to do once you get to Scouts Lookout. They're easier and they're still stunning. All of these alternatives are detailed in my Zion National Park planner so that you can plan, pivot, and win at Zion no matter if the lottery gods are smiling or not. Long story short, Angel's Landing is challenging, thrilling, and unforgettable if you plan smart. Whether you win the lottery or not, Zion has adventures that will totally blow your mind. So next step, check out my episode on the Narrows to get both epic hikes in on your trip. And remember, you can grab the free National Park Starter Guide at greatescapepodcast.com, your ultimate first step toward epic adventures. I'll see you in the next episode. Until next time, adventurers.